So I'm going to start the actual recording of this so I can trim it later and not have to use the YouTube version. Oh, and let's turn that off because I am going to go ahead and load up my save and get going. Alright, keep forgetting to click a little more for it to finish going through. So for anyone who is stepping into this for the first time, because I know, I'm not sure if you've been watching too much of this Liza Bear, we are currently in a torture room. We just got done exploring something called confinement chambers, where definitely people were held at some point, and one of our group members that's with us right now, Seven, who is currently suffering from amnesia, remembered that he used to be a cop and had been in those rooms before because he was trying to rescue some kids who'd been kidnapped and got caught himself and trapped in that room, but then he couldn't remember what happened. So it's possible we'll find out more about that. Unfortunately, not the fun kind. But anyway, so we're gonna see what we got in this room. Because, yeah, this gets interesting. A really creepy chair. The manacles make me think it was used to torture people. Oh, we can't open these manacles without a key. Some sort of weird symbol on them. What kind of symbol? Oh, if I've got this right, I think it's the sun symbol. Okay, interesting. Yeah, like I said, I think they'll cover it some more. I actually think there might be a little bit more about it in this, section we'll find out. There's something on the screen. This device will conduct the experiment. Once the experiment has been completed, the door will unlock. First, adjust the switches to match the blocks in the sample above. Huh. I don't know what this thing is, but we gotta figure out this puzzle. It's right next to a torture chair. Whatever it is, I don't think it's good. Anyway, we just adjust the switches to match up the blocks on the top, right? You just adjust the switches shown at the four corners of the screen, then press the check button. Junpei, we don't know what this thing does. You can always come back to it later. There are lots of other things you could do. Okay. So apparently there's probably some pattern I have to make by turning on and off these in a certain pattern, so we'll deal with that later. Whenever you turn on one of these switches, more blocks show up on the screen. I think you gotta figure out which buttons you have to press in order to get the screen to match the diagram. Yeah, but it's hard to figure out what button does what. If you want to see how many blocks each switch adds, just turn on one switch. When all of them are off, there aren't any blocks, right? Then you can see how many each switch adds. Oh yeah, I get it. Is there a diagram? I'm must be missing something, but I don't see any other thing I'm supposed to match. I guess we'll go ahead and we'll take notes. You can hear me rust around my desk. I did not have my notepad ready. Okay. So, upper left is a total of 10? 11. Actually, I should do it by quadrant. That's gonna be a pain in the butt. We'll just do it by number for now, and if positions become important, we will deal with it later. Upper right was 9. Also, I might be a bit slow on the math today. I did not sleep well last night, and I went to work today because I have to go to work again. I'm getting used to that. And I got a little bit of a nap. Like, I meant to start around 5, but I kind of slept until 5:10. I forced myself to eat food, and now I'm here. 13. Oh, we're right. Okay. By the way, if you hear me mumbling, please yell at me to stop. I'm trying not to do that when I'm streaming because when I'm watching my, replay later for editing, it's really hard to hear me when I decide to start mumbling under the music. So, I'm trying to be mindful of that, and even when I'm doing, like, my thinking, I'm trying to remember to enunciate what I'm thinking about, so it's at least interesting to watch and I'm not tempted to cut out, like, 15 minutes of footage. If you think about it, all you've got to do is a couple addition problems. Okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to be comparing it to. We'll just keep exploring. It'll probably make sense eventually. Red, yellow, you think the colors mean something? No idea. I mean, red looks more dangerous, but other than that, the bottom of this one looks like it's covered in rust. I don't think it'll move at all. These levers have got to turn something on. Of course they would. All they can do is turn something on or off. What's important is what they turn on or off. I don't see the floor is going to suddenly open up. There are a bunch of buttons here with the letters A through F on them. I wonder if they do anything. Down you go. So I press it again. Back you come. God damn it, Junpei. I guess these buttons switch something on or off when you push them. Cool. There are a ton of knobs here. Doesn't seem like it doesn't do anything, though. Do you think it's broken? The needle on the gauge is at 0. Doesn't look like it's going to move. All these dials are pointing in different directions. Maybe something will happen if we turn them? Ha! Shoot. They're all rusted. I guess turning them won't really do anything. Alright. So, we've got buttons. Thought there was a hole here, but I guess it's got a cover on it. You aren't going to be able to get that off. Bolted on there pretty good. Maybe there's something around here we can use to get that thing off of there. Can you see anything in there? If you can't see anything, I don't really think we need to bother trying to open it. It's too dark to see anything. Huh? Did I see something shiny in there? Aha, so we need to find a wrench. That should be the door we came from. Of course, the entrance is locked. It's been like that in every room we've been in. What did you expect? There's no point in trying to go back. Let's just think about going forward, alright? Okay, there. These stairs go to the exit, so nothing over there. Right. Ah! How about that? A wrench. Number of rusty torture tools are lined up here. I don't think there's anything else here we need. I agree with you. Let's go away from that. There really isn't a whole lot in this room. Cover's bolted on there pretty good. Should be able to get those bolts off with this wrench we just found, though. Sweet, it's open. What have we got? The hole's too small. You can't see in even with the cover off. Well, you can't see in, but I think there's enough room to stick your arm in. This is a great idea. Let's stick our arm into this strange, dark, small space. Are you sure you want to do that? There could be something dangerous in there. Okay, I admit it, that scares me a little, but we need to see if there's anything useful in there. Alright, here we go. Arm into the hole. Hey, I think I can feel something. It's small, cold, and hard. Doesn't feel like there's anything else in here. Alright, let's see what this thing is. Ah, it is the sun key. Alright. Well, they said the manacles had that symbol on them, so the sun key should fit into the keyhole in these manacles. Alright, sun key, in you go. And yes! Great, they're open. I don't think we're gonna need the sun key again in here, though. This seems unlikely. Alright, sun key, you've done your job. Into my pocket with you. Okay. Heck. Then I do maybe have to do something with this. Well, they're open. What are you gonna do now? Let's just look around some more. I got a feeling that something will happen. Right. We should try to figure out what that device over the corner is for, at any rate. Just the switches to match the blocks on top. Oh! Okay. See? Okay. I think we need to have the top and the bottom matching at least? Don't know how getting the number count helps there, but it's... There's only so many permutations we would be able to do. We'll just do some clicking and see what shakes out. Actually, I think some of these turn on and off the same boxes, because that turns on 3 and 1. That turns on 3 and 1. Okay. So I do kind of need to do some patterns. I wish I had more colors, but that's okay. I think I can I'll just do 4 small grids under each of my notes. And we are going to do my best at drawing really quick patterns. Man, I need to find a better pen, though. But this is not the best time to go do that. So I have an old roller ink ball pen, and it is very grumpy unless I'm doing like very big, bold drawings, and right now this is not what it wants to do. It wants to make big lines, not tiny little circles. And it is fighting me every inch of the way. Okay, so we got... Shit, that's upper left. Upper left. Upper right. And we'll just make a new set down here. We're gonna ignore those other ones I drew on the sheet that you guys can't see. No one will know my secret shame. Except for you guys who just heard me talk about it. So that's 3 and 1, 2 and 3. Off, on. That's... Oh! That was... Oh, I see. Okay, now I see what's more important than the positions. It's actually just straight up a number. Okay, so... We're just gonna start on a piece of paper because this one's all... We jacked now. Okay, yeah. Alright, I have the diagram that's gonna work for me. So basically I got a cross with 4 smaller crosses in it. And I can write how many numbers show up from each of the buttons, and then I can figure out how to make the correct sum, I think. So that's 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 0, 3, 1, oops, 5, no, 4, again, as I mentioned, very good at math today, 5, 2, and 2. Okay, so, guessing 5 is gonna be our number to go for. That doesn't work the way I think it might. Because it's either 3, 4, 5, I think. So we do 1 and 3, 2 and 2, okay. That doesn't work because that ends up being 5 and 7. Again, I kind of wish I could share this part with you. It would make more sense of what I'm trying to calculate. Right now, since I know what numbers, what buttons put in what quadrants, I'm trying to find out what pairing gives the same counts. I believe it's on the top and the bottom. The left and the right don't have to match as long as the top and the bottom on each side match. So for the lower right, my only options end up being 4 and 5. So that's diagonals 5, 5. That's not going to work there. It's going to have to be a horizontal or vertical. Because neither of the diagonal ones works. They give like either a match or like extremely large number. Like I get 9 for the upper right quadrant if I do one of the diagonals and 1 for the other. So that's a no-go. It's not vertical. It's actually definitely not vertical at this point. And is it one of these horizontals? Can't be high. I guess I could be doing 3 of them. I'm still not sure about that. Also, I gave you food. I'm sorry you don't believe, you don't understand that your kibble is food today. But you're gonna have to deal with it or else I'm gonna shut you out of the room. Such a good baby though. Let's see. The lower left one's the easiest one to calculate because my 4 numbers are 2, 2, 3, and 2. So what if we go for 6? Cannot go for 6. We could go for 7. No, that's not good either. This is a weird puzzle. I'll figure it out. Not any single one. Turn this off. Hi. Good girl. 7, so that's not gonna work. So I get 5 that way. That doesn't work. In theory, I could just click through and get permutations till something till something shakes out, but I'd like to do this logically. It's just, Hi! Somebody's in our cat nest. Oh, you're so good. You can help me with the puzzle? Can you do math? Do you know how to do math? Can you figure this out? What'd I pick? You don't care, because it's not food. She's also probably gonna try to climb across my desk to go after my leftover yogurt container in a little bit. Maybe. She's settling down now, so maybe she'll be a good girl. That's 4, but that ends up being 7. Did I get that number right? That's... Yeah, that's 3. 3, 1, 2, 3. Ay, ay, ay. And if only just to not make things drag too long, I'm gonna give myself another minute or so to think about this before I click on the hint button and see what it says. Instead, it's just looking it up on my phone. Diagonals, yeah, like I said, the diagonal's still no good. It's no good. Because it just does a raw summation, right? So if I click upper left and upper right, I'll end up with 4, 5, 4... God, no, 4, 5, 4, 7. Okay. That side's good, but that side's too big. I don't know about that adds 1 there. That adds a 0 there, so that's still no good. Okay, so I'm not being dumb. Math is just weird. This is 5, 9, 4, 6. Which again, too big. Yeah, again, like I could get the 3's where that came from, so... So I get 9 by clicking these other 2 on, but then everything else overflows. Because we end up with 1 extra in 3 of these boxes and only 9 here, which makes sense because we got 2, 2, 2, and 3. Oh. Is there a way to reduce this by 4? No. That's 6 and 5. Yeah. Alright. I don't know what this means. Is that what you're telling me to get to, game? Because that doesn't make sense from the rough instructions I was given. Isn't that impossible unless... Okay, I literally have no idea what that meant. I'm gonna have to look up that puzzle later because I don't understand why that was the answer. Also, I didn't expect the hint to literally just tell me how to. Okay, I probably should have been reading that instead of, you know, yelling about puzzles. Complete the experiment, data must be collected from subject. Once preparation's finished, place subject in chair. Whoa, 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 I thought we solved the puzzle already. What does it mean by preparation? I don't know, I've got a bad feeling about this. I think this means one of us has gotta sit in the chair. Nope. Well, 7's never gonna fit in that thing. It's either you or me, Junpei. Collecting data. I wonder if it's gonna run electricity through the subject. There's a human head on the screen. Maybe it's gonna zap the brain with a little electricity. I wager it's probably a little more than a little electricity. This really doesn't sound safe. Anyway, we've still got to prepare. We can talk about this after we figured out what it means by preparation, alright? Well, it wants us to prepare, so maybe we ought to ask it what we need to do. Error, the disposal tank is closed. Please fill tank with water. What tank? Oh, don't tell me we gotta do something with a water tank. Well, there's probably something around here to open the tank or whatever it's asking us to do. Looks like the only controls are in this room. Okay, let's try and back out. I'm still so confused by that puzzle. Oh, what's this? I didn't notice this earlier. I can't click on them anyway. Anything changing when I do this? No, not really. Alright, well, I can see some oil or something down there at the base of the lever. Yeah, it feels like it's got some movement to it. I should be able to pull this one. Alright, let's pull the lever. Is that water? What the hell? What's going on? Will you calm down? It's just water going somewhere. It sounds like it's underneath us. That must mean the floor. Oh! Junpei, look! What's she— oh, damn! I can see through the glass now. Do we see— ooh. Alright, EDBF. We'll write that down. Now we probably know what to do with the buttons. Also, I will keep your advice in mind, Liza Bear, if we get to a point where there are wires to cut. Oh, it's a shark. Oh, that's weird. Can I click on the shark? There we go. There are a couple of letters in the color of blood written on the shark's belly. Okay. It's dead. Looks like the letters are E, D, B, and F. Whatever those are for have to be in this room somewhere. Well, the only letters we got are here, so E, D, B, F. What? There's a strange noise coming from the chair. It looks like it's been turned on. I guess the puzzle here is that the power had to be sent in a specific way. Okay. The restraining device is unlocked. Please seat subject in device.
Like we thought, it's not going to work unless someone sits in it.
Oh no.
How ironic that this would be the situation in which this slim, beautiful body is useful.
Okay, Lotus.
Lotus, are you sure?
I'm actually really surprised that you volunteered for this.
I can sit in it and you can solve.
Junpei's right. If we screw it up...
I'll be fine. Even if I fall in, the shark is already dead.
That's less of what I'm worried about here.
No one likes an indecisive man, Junpei. I can still give you advice from the chair too, you know. I just don't want to stay in this room any longer than we have to. Go over to that screen and let's get this over with.
Yeah, I agree.
Look, do you think you could do me one last favor?
Don't say last.
You're making me nervous.
Just listen. If something happens to me, I want you to tell my daughters. Tell them that I loved them very much.
Oh, didn't know she was a mom.
No, tell them that I will always love them.
Aw.
Daughters?
You've got kids?
Yes, I do. I suppose they're about your age, Junpei. They're twins. I had them when I was young after... well, some things happened.
Oh, tragic backstory.
Their names are Nona and...
Oh.
Wait!
So, Nona is one of the names that came up in the last section, so...
Nona?
Aoi, Light, and Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment.
But what the hell? What's wrong with you?
Oh, no way. It couldn't. Lotus, is your last name Kashiwabara?
Kashiwabara.
How do you know that?
Are you serious? What the hell is this? There's no way you're that kid's mom.
That kid? Wait, what do you mean that kid? Why are you acting like you've met her?
I have.
What?
Yeah, I met one of your kids.
When?
9 years ago.
Where?
On this ship.
Why were you...
It's not a short story.
Look, I don't care how long it is. Tell me, please, what happened here?
Fine, I'll tell you. But... And then...
So this is a quick screen recap of
That was when...
what happened. So basically, he's a detective on the case, found some people smuggling things out on a ship, looked like people with bags, got captured, thrown to a cell, found a grate, heard voices coming from it, and found his way to a room that he couldn't remember.
From 9 years ago.
Oh my god. Everything I've been looking for. For the last 9 years. The person who had all the answers was right here.
Looking for?
Yes, that's right. 9 years ago, my daughters disappeared. Then 9 days later, they came back. They never told me what happened to them over those 9 days. I took them to the doctor, but I was told they hadn't been hurt in any way.
Which
Still,
is good.
I was sure that they had been through something terrible. So I couldn't bring myself to force them to talk about it. If I did, then I'd force them to relive whatever horrors they'd been through. I didn't have any choice. I had to try and ignore it and move on.
Oh.
A few months passed. Gradually, they started to act like they always had, before they disappeared. They smiled and made jokes and did all the silly things kids do. It got harder and harder for me to ask them about what happened. How could I ask them to remember that?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Eventually,
Trauma's not a good
I
thing.
knew there was no way I could do it. But I'm still a mother. I couldn't simply forget that something terrible had happened to my children. So I decided I would investigate what happened on my own. I would find out what happened during those 9 missing days.
What did you find out?
Nothing.
Damn. Nothing at all.
The police pretended to be concerned, but they didn't do anything. Once the 16 children who'd gone missing came back, things were just... Even the media didn't talk about what had happened. I figured someone was probably paying or threatening them to keep their mouths shut.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals. No, probably something even bigger than that.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Have you heard of them before?
No. It's the first time I've ever heard that name. 7. How did you find out that Cradle Pharmaceuticals was connected to the kidnappings in the first place?
I figured finding out whatever the victims had in common would lead me to the culprit. That's what any good cop does.
What did they have in common?
Every single one of the kids who disappeared had gone to this one hospital at some point.
That's strange.
The hospital was one of a bunch that were under the control of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. After that, it was just about connecting the dots.
The hospital.
The hospital.
And for a while, I was trying to get some kind of information out of the kids at the hospital. One of them told a weird story.
What was it?
Have you heard about the Gansfeld experiment?
Oh boy, more interesting conversation.
I guess all these kids had to go through it while they were at the hospital. I think it was passed off as some sort of counseling.
What did you call it again?
Oh, the Gansfeld experiment. This is how it's set up. First, subjects Q and A are put into separate rooms, far away from one another. Then a series of video images are shown to subject Q, who is told to send the images to subject A by thinking about them. Subject A, on the other hand, is put in a large reclining chair and given a blindfold. With their senses cut off, A is asked to guess what images Q is looking at.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that. It's a famous telepathy experiment, isn't it?
Telepathy. That's how the experiment on this ship was supposed to work.
The experiment to control people, right?
Yeah. I don't know if any of the telepathy stuff really exists, but maybe someone from Cradle Pharmaceuticals bought into it.
An interesting jump. I don't remember us talking about experimentation on the ship before, but alright.
Even
Aside
if that
from
is
the
case,
confinement room.
I still don't get how that has anything to do with any of this. The notary game, 0. Why we were kidnapped. What does any of that have to do with telepathy? I know I brought all this up, but I have no idea. Maybe none of this stuff is connected after all.
No subject has been detected. Unless a subject is detected within 60 seconds.
Yep, game's
all
making us do
power
shit
is
again.
Shut down. System recovery is estimated to take 1 hour. If you wish to proceed with the experiment, please seat subject in the restraining device.
Well,
Whoa, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going.
Oh, no, that's not what we...
Just hurry up and get it over with. Junpei, I'm counting on you.
Right. Lotus, please, tell me right away if you feel anything weird.
also I think I figured out the head puzzle while thinking about it for like 5 seconds. I think I had to make the full total of the top and the bottom match, so the quadrants just really threw me off.
You worry too much. Now get on with it and be a man, or June's gonna leave you.
Damn!
Lotus. Okay, let's do this.
Okay, let me see. What up? I will be back in a minute because I am getting a phone call. One moment. Okay, sorry about that all. I knew my mom was gonna call in the middle of streaming because I tried to call her earlier and she was on her way to physical therapy for a broken shoulder. And then I tried to call again before stream started just to get the call out of the way. They remembered, no wait, that's dinner time. So, I knew this was going to happen, which is fine. Okay, so we have all these numbers, which still don't make sense to me, but you know what? Don't matter. Huh, okay. So, do we need to make these match, I guess? Got 2 settings for each. One does that. Okay. That. There's something on the other side of the head as well. Let's see what we got. Got it. Dude. Okay. Oh, okay, so this is another one of those weird number things, I guess. That made numbers go down. Can't do anything with this anymore, so that's fine. I feel like this one's... That number works for that side. This side is no good. Alright, let's turn all these off again. And we will try writing things down and making sense of this. Okay, so this is the... we call it front facing. We'll say right facing. So R, F, oh my god, this pen, I hate it. It's so bad. Doesn't help that I'm also writing on top of the sticker on my phone. Alright, got bilateral, 1, 2, 1, 2. Off or 0, so that's easy. That's 0 and 1. That does 2, 2. Alright, we'll turn that off again. This side we've got 1, 2, and 1 and 1. That off, that's 1, 1. 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay, now what does it mean? Try to go further. 3 maybe? Do that. This is like the most we can get out of that one. This one is 2 either way. That's 6. This side still doesn't look right. I'll hit check. That's no good. Well, we didn't fry Lotus, so that's good. Fun, so that does affect the different sides in different ways. This is lovely. Okay. It's 5 and 5, and 6 and 5. And 3. 3, 4. That helps not at all. Let's try that. That gives me 3 and 2 and 2, 1. Still 2 and 3. Now we've got 4. 6. 4 and 3. 2 and 2. That's probably no good. Thank you, puzzle, for making absolutely no sense. This is very good time. 5 and 3. That one takes 1, 2, 1, and 1. 3 and 3. 4 and 3. 5 and 2. 4. 6 and 3. 6 and 3? No. Something probably changed on the other side. Yeah. Ick. And thank you for following, Ham and Taters. I believe you are actually follower number 50. Thank you so much. I don't have any cool stream things to make any cool celebrations happen. You just get to watch me click buttons and probably eventually get tired and hit this hit button up in the corner. But I'm trying to figure out what's going on here, but this part of the puzzle already broke me. And I ain't got any bloody clue what's going on here. I'm gonna turn everything back off again. So we have these off. We've got 2 and 2, with this at 2 and 2. We'll put them at 1 and 1. Still 2 and 2. What do we got on this side? 4 and 5, that's interesting. That's a 6. 6 and a 7. So, kind of like that. I think I'm gonna leave that. Got a 6. We got a 5. So I do this side. 5 and 3. That's always 2. I don't. The problem is I can't tell what it's doing on the other side of the head unless I go and click the button, swap over, and oh god, this is so tedious. No, I'm gonna give that a shot. I'm gonna try to do a comprehensive numbering. Oh my god, I have gone through one entire piece of sheet. And to be fair, these are not very, like, big pieces of paper. It's just, like, these little, like, the little, like, skinny ones you get for doing, like, you know, groceries and stuff. So it's not like I'm using, like, an entire, like, printer sheet on this, but I'm still mad that I've basically scribbled all over a sheet for this puzzle, and I'm still like, the hell. Problem is I have to figure out how I'm gonna number this. Because there's 8 permutations, and I have to track what each one is doing for sections. So I think I'm gonna make another big cross again. Which section's being affected, right? Is that gonna be which switch we're hitting? Okay, I think I got this. So we'll do 1 big cross, 2 smaller cross in each one for 1 and 2, because we know off is 0. So 1 on this quadrant is, we're gonna call this the left side. 2 and 0. 0 and 2. Putting this in the right box. I'm not putting these in the right boxes, but I will fix that later. Right? Oh my god, this is so confusing for me to follow. That's the only thing that makes streaming this game a little weird. Let me think about this. No. Alright, I see what I did wrong. I don't have whiteout and I'm not scribbling over this. Ugh. Good thing I have more of these pads. I've got plenty on this sheet though, so it'll probably still get me through all of the Zero Escape games. Alright. I need to make myself a guide before I make this. That's switch 1, 2, brain quadrants. Each switch will have small cross will be the brain quadrants. Okay. I have to think this out because holy shit. So we'll do 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Cross, 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 cross. Okay. So, knowing what we have now, we've got 2 and 0 on the right side, 2 and 0 on the left side for 1. Why did I put 2 on the top? I know why I put 2 on the top. But I should know better than do that to myself, because I know I'm just going to go ahead and write in the other direction. So this is still a 2 and a 0. On the other side we get 2 and a 1. Okay. We'll go back to the other switch just to make this methodical, and also because we have to turn the other one back off to get accurate counts. I think it's still a summation thing, but I'm not 100%. So we got 0, 0 here, and a 2, 1 here. Got a 1, 1 here, and a 0, 1 here. Alright, we'll turn this switch off. I hope I don't screw up what order I'm writing this stuff in. I kind of wish I had a pencil, so... Number 1 switch on this side for this 1 and 2 on the right-hand side. Then 2 and 3 explains where things get kind of weird on that side. Then we've got a 1 and 1 and a 1 and 0. Very small. Off. On. This one we have a 1 and 0 over to a 2 and 2. Okay. We have a 1 and 1 over to a 1 and 2. Okay, so now I have all of these squares with all of these numbers. I guess I'll try to see if I can find a common sum. At the very worst, I'm going to hit that hint button in about 5 minutes, or if I get really frustrated sooner. And we're going to see what the game tells me to do. So, we can only have one of these two combinations open at a time. I have to take into account all the numbers that could be coming in if I have that on versus the others, and then I assume that the close state is 0. So for example, if I do 1s all around, I have 6, 4, 5, 5. So I'm actually going to do that and just make sure those numbers make sense for what I'm seeing. We're on 2 on the other side already. Switch that to 1, 1, 1, 1. I think that matches up with the math I was doing. Yee. Okay. So that's a thing. I was gonna say good, but it still doesn't give me my goal quite yet. So you guys are gonna have to forgive me. I'm gonna try to talk while I do this, but however, this is it's kind of tough to do basically several layers of math while also engaging chat. And if anyone's trying to solve at home and wants to see something in particular, I can scroll back to it, and you are welcome to help suggest an answer, preferably one you've worked on. Don't just go look up the answer for me, because I can just do that myself when I get tired of spinning wheels. But I just have to think. So if I just do 1 and 1 for the upper sides, we end up with 4, 1, 3, 4. Which I can almost guarantee is not good. Can I make these equitable? Do 1, 1, 1, we have 6, 2, 2, 2. That's almost nice, but except for that 6 in slot 1. But can I make that work? No, because nothing gives... Well, the only thing that gives 0 for that is 1 on the lower left. And then that screws up, I think, our nice. Let's see, I actually kind of like the looks of that. We do 1 and 1 from the left side. We've got 2, 2, 0, 3. So that's probably no good. But we've got 2, 2, 0, 3. Are you in the right order? 2, 2, 0, 3. Any of these added to that could make something cool. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. Don't think any of these help. Oh my lord. I love puzzles. The problem is I just don't know what this puzzle is asking for. So like, as an example, it was asking before, basically like when you initially come in here, there's no squares in here. And there's buttons you turn on and it makes a number of squares appear. It said something about matching the top and the bottom. I still don't understand how this matches. Because on this top row we've got what? 10 and 8, 18. And we have 15. I'm like, this doesn't match. So like this to this doesn't match. This to this doesn't match. This to this doesn't match. I don't know what the hell this means. But I am going to, like I said, I was trying to avoid like looking up answers for the most part for these games, because that's, I don't know, a cooler thing for people to see, but I also don't want to sit here for 20 minutes trying to figure out weird number game. Because that's going to be probably not terribly interesting for y'all. It's going to be something I'm going to putting, as you've seen, I have tried doing some random clicking clown core. I've gotten, like, kind of close to something that looks like a match. I think what I need to do, and I'm hoping that's the case for this one, where I want to have the same number of, like, these lit up squares on both sides. Be it. Game don't like that. So we got, like, 2 and 5 here, and now we've got 5 and 3 here. Let's see how I'm going to click on that one. I think that one gives more numbers. We got 4 and 4. That's cool. Actually, what combination is that? We got 2, 2, 2, 2. Does that make sense for what I have written down for 2, 2, 2, 2? It's 4. Try and look at the right quadrants. Heck. Yep, that's 4. That's 4. That's 5 back on the other side, and 3 on the other side, right? Oh, this side, yeah, the side I'm looking at. And the other side is 4 and 4. So, yeah, it's weird. Let's try changing this guy to 1. This is the one that gives us the most. This gives us 2, 3, 1, and 2 in each of the quadrants. We got, what, 4 and 5 now. 6 and 6. Like, this is nice. I think, like, I feel like this 6 is the goal. But I don't know how to get this guy 2 more. Oh! I think I may have found something? It's 5 and 5. 6 and 5, dang. Because this looked good because it gave a 2 and a 1 to the other side and didn't change numbers here. Is there a way to either give 1 to all of these without affecting that? Do I have any zeros for that quadrant? Which is unfortunately the only one that does that. This. That screws that up. How does that screw that up? Did I get my numbers wrong for that one? Because, yeah. Alright. Do the dual zones equal their linear location on the rear? Oh, you're talking about this? I'm not sure. I don't even understand how this puzzle actually solved. Like, I clicked around on a bit, like, I wrote down, I think unfortunately it's on one of the pieces of paper I chucked in the trash already, like, what buttons added what to what quadrants, and I couldn't find one that didn't even sum anywhere. I was like, well, let's see what the hint button does, and it made this pattern. I'm like, okay, so I clicked button, so that showed up, and apparently that was it. And I'm pretty sure I hit the hint button again, I'm gonna get something like that, and I am about a couple seconds from doing that because I've been on this puzzle for 10 minutes, Which, that's not a long time to be doing a puzzle in normal circumstances, but I got a bunch of people watching me, and I'm sorry if you heard me bump my mic. I was trying to scratch my face, and of course it's right under where my headset mic is. That's 0021 1101. Yeah, I had that right. We'll do that. Let's just try doing one more math thing. We want to add. I want to add n to this side and the lower of the other side, and n plus 1 the upper corner because I have a 0. Can I find pairings of these other switches that do that? I want the upper right, and by upper right I'm talking about these numbers I have on the sheet in front of me that will do that for me. Can we find this pattern? If I have like a reversal of this layout in a 1011, going from left top bottom, right top bottom. Now if I can find something that has n plus, or n plus 1, 0, n plus 1. Closest I've got is 2. No, let's have 2 on... I like the looks of the 2s on this side. That can be the number I was expecting. Yes. So we've got 2 and 3, 3 and 3. So and again, still what I want. I want an addition of n and n plus 1. The only button I have left to do that with is 1. And none of those permutations do it because I get a 2, and then on the other side a 2, which gives me 5 and 5. Alright. We're hitting the hit button. I'm going to turn all these back off. Apologize for being terribly lame in doing this, but... So we got 7 and 6. And 4 and 4. What does it look like on the... It's not doing anything in the back, it's just squares. Okay, so it wants 7 and 6 and 4 and 4. Okay. That I should be able to figure out. So we're just gonna do that. And again, I have no idea why that's the way it is. Like, I'm actually legitimately gonna look this puzzle up later, and I'll probably, during some of all these, either after or during, I'm gonna be like, this puzzle is weird, here's how it's supposed to actually work, and just throw it into the YouTube edit, maybe. We'll see. Or I'll do it after the puzzle. Okay, so let me do my math. So I need 7 in the upper quadrant. I can get 2, 2, 1, 2, so it's probably going to be 1, 1, 2, 1. We'll try that. 1, 2, 1, 1. 1, 1. Heck. Did I do my math wrong? It's the only ones that give me 7 in that... No, that's not the only one that gives me 7 in that quadrant. Also gives me 7 in that quadrant. That's 6. That's good. So 4 and 4 now? Okay. And again, no idea why this is supposedly the right answer. There's... Unless I totally missed something in the room, and I don't think I did, there's not a hell of a lot to click in this room. And there's one thing, if I can click, I want to check, because I didn't check under the torture table. I can hear the door unlocking, and now we've got a new message. Release subject from restraining device. Lotus, are you alright? Yes, I am. I'm glad nothing bad happened, but I do think my life got a little shorter. Hold on, I'll get you out right away. Shouldn't take long for 7 and me to get her out of here. Let's get out of here now. Being a guinea pig is not for me. Damn straight. I don't ever want to see this thing again. The only thing that I realized I didn't check, and I can't look under the table, so it's nothing in there. There's no cabinets. The only thing in here I think was the key. This is just knobs. chair didn't have anything, and this console was a lot of cables coming out of the thing. It's a mess. Yeah, and this didn't give any hint. I have no idea what the hell's up with this puzzle. Like I said, I will just I'm gonna research that off stream, and we are gonna proceed. This is the way to the exit. Yeah, it says stairs will go to the exit. Do I have to click over to the door? Okay. Sometimes the movie controls are a little hanky. But we did it.
The hallway goes to the left.
Okay. Hallway goes to the left.
But I don't see any doors.
Guess we just need to keep going.
Right. Let's go.
Clomp, clomp, clomp.
An elevator.
Just
Aha.
what we need. Let's take this to C deck. Huh?
Hooray. Hooray.
No one's here.
Where did they go?
I have no idea.
Hey, Junpei!
We should follow him.
I know where we need to go.
Do you?
The door behind the central staircase. There was a sun symbol on the keyhole of that door.
Aha. He remembered.
And
I
happen to
forgot.
have the sun key in my pocket right now. This should open that door.
Oh, let's see what's behind door number sun.
All right, time to open this.
Hold on a sec there.
Hold up there, buddy.
Huh?
We don't have the key for this one yet, right?
That's...
Saturn?
Oh, it's the Jupiter symbol.
Jupiter.
Then we can't open this door.
Unfortunately, no, we can't.
Heck.
Jeez, the sun door's gotta be just on the other side of this, you know? We can't just stop... Hey, it opened.
What?
And the others must have found the Jupiter key.
Okay.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Time to go.
What?
Oh no.
Why?
That's a lot of dead bodies.
What the hell? What the hell happened?
This is not good.
Clover. Nothing. She's dead.
Hey, what are you doing?
The key! Give me the sun key!
Why?
Why do you think we have to get out of here before the murderer comes back?
That's a very fair point.
The murderer?
No, they all just fell over and started spitting out blood.
Santa, Clover, and Ace. 3 people, 3 dead bodies.
Math checks out.
That means that the person who had killed them was... No, it can't be
Why
true.
couldn't she kill everyone? She's so sweet and innocent looking.
Give it to me!
The butler in the drawing room with poison. I want to know what poison makes people fall over and spit out all their blood.
Let's go! Open! Why?
What happened?
Nothing. Nothing happened. I didn't feel it unlock.
Oh no. Is it the wrong key?
I don't know. Maybe. It's open.
What the hell is this?
Wait, you mean the door was already unlocked?
Oh, spooky.
Why?
How would I know that?
Murders always look sweet and innocent. Yeah, you should have been here for some of the prior endings.
Whatever, let's just go.
You can find those on my YouTube channel.
What the hell is this door?
What the hell is that door?
I can't see anything that looks like a doorknob or switch or lever or card reader or anything.
Star Trek door. Just walk up to it.
How the fuck are we supposed to open this?
We don't have a choice. We're gonna have to go back.
No, I'm not going back there. There is a murderer back there.
Again, Lotus has an extremely good point.
But I don't see any other doors.
Oh. So spoops.
No way.
It opened by itself.
It's an automatic door?
Look, guys, I've
I
got
was
a
actually
really
totally
bad
joking
feeling
about the
all
Star
this.
Trek door thing.
The other doors were already unlocked, and this one's automatic. We haven't seen anything like this before.
Bad feeling.
Uh-oh.
We've hit bottom. This can't get any worse.
Oh, Junpei. My poor sweet child.
Shit!
Hey, Junpei!
I can't take this anymore. No one can. No. It's a lie. It's gotta be. This can't be real. No. It's impossible. If it's a dream, just wake up already. Someone please tell me it's all just a joke. I'm imagining things. Yep, that's it. This is all obviously a lie.
Yeah, like I said, he just invited Murphy right in with a red carpet.
It's a big, elaborate trick. An illusion or something, or a dream. It's made up. Ah! Ah! Connie!
Oh. Perhaps she wasn't the murderer.
Connie, hang on.
Yeah, a little bit. You got some of that in this
Connie.
game.
Jumpy?
Oh man, Connie, there's so much blood. What the hell happened to you? How did this happen?
Jumpy, I'm sorry. I might not make it.
Really?
No way. I am going to let you die. I am gonna save you. I promise.
Thank you.
She could be faking.
Thank you.
But why would
so
she do
much.
this? She's so sweet and innocent.
Really happy to see you again, Jumpy. Really happy.
Oh, don't give me that I was crap. You're gonna see me again lots more times. You just gotta hang on. All right, Connie? You. Oh, what can I do? Damn it! What's that? A submarine? What on earth is a submarine doing here? That's it! Hang on, all right? There's a submarine over there. I'm gonna go see if it works.
No, don't go. Please, don't go. Please, just stay with me, okay? I want to be close to you, Jumpy. When
Connie.
Oh
Jumpy,
no.
did you know you meant a lot to me when we were kids?
Yeah, it's some of these lines are a little too cheesy.
I've liked you for a long time.
I want to be
Jumpy.
close to you, Jumpy.
A really long time. Jumpy, do you remember we hung out a lot when we were kids?
Also, welcome to the stream again, Harvey.
We went to the pool and to the fair. Do you remember playing snowball at the school?
Sorry, I am a terrible person.
They're all memories I'll never forget.
Yeah, this is very what's her face from The Matrix.
All of those moments are treasures to me. But I also wanted to go to a lot of other places with you. A lot more. But that won't happen now.
No. I mean, yes. Yes, it will happen. We'll go all sorts of places, Connie.
Please don't start dragging her corpse around.
You hear me? I promise. We'll go wherever you want.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, really. I
Come here,
swear.
cat. Oh, somebody wants attention again. Ow, 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 ow. She kicked me right in the chest. Oh, you want to go in your nest? No, you're gonna stand there? Be good.
That makes me happy. Really happy.
Go in your cat nest. Go over there. Ah! Oh god, she's on my headphone cord.
Jumpy.
Sit.
I feel sleepy.
No, Connie, don't fall asleep.
Thank you, Jumpy.
Maybe she'd stop talking to have had enough energy to live.
Thank you so much.
Connie? Connie! Connie!
Con! Time passed. Junpei wept, curled around Connie's body. He cried and cried until he had no tears left. When the last tear fell, Junpei was no more. His body remained, but only as an empty shell. Somewhere he heard a bell ring. It was the clock at the central staircase. It rang 5 times, then faded.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Oh, I forgot he talks during that part. Quietly, gently, softly, he set Connie down on the floor. Slowly, Junpei stood. Only then did he realize that Seven and Lotus had not followed him. Where had they gone? Slowly, he looked around the room. There was nothing. No sign that they had ever been there. It felt as though every part of Junpei's body was made of lead. Slowly, he made his way to the door he'd come through. As he approached it, it opened, sliding apart with a sound like grinding stone. Thanks for joining, Liza Bear. Junpei passed through the gate and into the hallway. His heart rattled in his chest, an empty, lifeless thing. It had been so utterly broken that there was nothing left to feel. When he saw their bodies, he simply stared. It was a lake, a sea of blood. 2 bodies lay in it. There was no need to check. There was no breath left in them. His eyes lit on Lotus's wrist. Her bracelet, it was gone. He stared. It meant nothing to him. He didn't care anymore. He couldn't care anymore. Junpei's body felt numb. Part of him knew the lump of lead in his chest had once been a heart. He couldn't quite remember what it had been for. Tears poured from his eyes in great streams. He wasn't sure why. He gave up trying to make them stop. He turned around. The door opened again, and slowly, numbly, he walked through. He kept walking. Why stop? An object set in motion, simple inertia carried him forward. Eventually, he found himself in front of the submarine. His arm reached for the hatch. And then he was floating in water. His eyes stared down into it. He couldn't see the bottom. His back was hot. Dimly, he felt the blade of a knife in it. Ooh. One dead body lay behind door number 5. The body of the 9th man. Another lay in the shower room. The body of Snake. At the central staircase were 3 more. Ace, Santa, and Clover. Just outside the door were 2 corpses, those of Seven and Lotus. In this very room lay the body that had once been Kane. And now Junpei would join them. Who, then, had killed them all? Who? Junpei let out one last breath. Faintly, he felt the bubbles creep up the sides of his face. His consciousness faded quickly, dissolving away into the cold, gentle lapping of the water. And we have hit yet another ending. Going forward for at least the next video or 2, we'll be hopping around a good bit. I'll go over what we'll be seeing and doing in the intro of the next video. See you then!